guys, welcome to my channel. I am coming on today to do a little tutorial with this We Are Memory Keepers triangle score guide. And this goes out to Kathy. Thank you so much for your comment. She had asked if I could show how I did this. She's kind of contemplating whether she wants to get it. So I told her that I would go ahead and try and get a video out. So this is for you, Kathy, and for everyone else who is interested in seeing how this triangle score guide works. And this makes these paper gems. I showed this on my last video with my haul from Tuesday morning. Okay, so there's that. I also wanted to share, I stamped out from my last haul. I wanted to share with you real quick those stamps. I had got this stamp from Tuesday morning, and this is the camera stamp, and I wanted to show you. And it is kind of wonky a little bit, you know, but I tried my best. It still came out really cute. So there's that. I cut that out. So there's the camera. And then I did the butterfly, which is this stamp here. Let me grab that. And there's this. Okay, that came out really cute. And I also did the rose, which here's that one. So these stamps came out really cute. And it's definitely worth the $1.99 if you ask me. So, and you know, I just fussy cut them out, and they would make great little embellishments to any of your projects. Okay, so I wanted to quickly share that. So let's get started. Remove this stuff here. So what you're going to need, you want your pencil, you want your scoreboard, you want your guide, and some adhesive. Okay, and wet glue is always the best, okay, for something like this. I've already cut out some papers, and these are 6x6. Okay, so we're going to do some projects with the 6x6. So let's go ahead and take this out. Hope you guys are all doing well. Okay, so we're going to do something that's pretty easy at first, you know, so that we can get an idea. There's actually, let's see here, I believe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, there's 6 different gems. Okay, and here it shows you all the different things. This is really cute. You can do a little animal and the mobile, some other examples of how they used these gems. Okay, and so now we're getting into which one you want to make. So let's go with this one here, hexahedron. I'm not even going to say it. There it is. That's the shape. So it says here 6-inch paper, and there's a 6-inch paper. Now you can score it at 1 inch, it'll give you a smaller one, or you score it at 1.5 inch and it'll give you a bigger one. So we'll go ahead and do the 1.5 inch, and when they say 1.5 inch, that means at first what you're going to do is you're going to score your paper. So let's grab a piece of paper here. We'll go with the yellow one and get my bone folder. So it says 1.5. So you're going to put your paper on your scoreboard and you're going to score 1.5. Okay, that's how wide your space is going to be. So 1.5, then it goes to 3, then 4.5. Okay, so each space is 1.5 inches apart. Now you're going to get your triangle guide. And since this was made for their own scoreboard, it's not going to match up, because you see there's numbers here. There's an 8, and it goes 7, 6, 5, 4, and so on. And same with the other side. So I usually like to line up where this tip part is on number 4. Okay, that's just how I do it. It's like kind of in the middle, and it's really not going to make a difference, I don't think, where you want to place it, but that's where I place it, is at the 4. So this top part lines up with lines up with your 4. Okay, this piece right here. So now that you've got your paper scored like this, what they recommend is that you fold the bottom here so you remember what side is what side. So you can just do a little fold. So on the guide here, what you want to do is they tell you this, you need to rotate it just like this. All right. And there's directions on that too. I mean, I personally don't like to read directions, but with this project I did. So see, it tells you here to turn 60 degrees counterclockwise. So if you just remember that it's going to line up like this, okay? Now we're going to score the diagonal lines. So I turned my paper, and whatever space whatever you scored, like 1.5, if you scored that like that, you're going to go 1.5 on the diagonal line as well. And it always says to start at this point here. So just make sure your board is sturdy on your scoring board, and you're going to take it and you're going to go straight down. So that's your first score line. Now you got to go 1.5 inches. So there's an 8, 7, and then a half here. So you're going to go half. Then you're going to take that point and go another 1.5. So we're here at 5. So this is all 1.5 inches apart as well. So we're going to go half here. Now, as you can see, this side has been done. So now you're going to go to this side. So here's 8 and here's 9. So that's only 1 inch. So we need to do 1.5. So another half, I just take it from the top here because the triangle guide doesn't go out that way. So we're going to just take our scoring tool and go all the way down, making sure that we don't move the paper. Okay. So now we got all that. Now this is not going to reach another 1.5, so you just leave that. So now we're all done with this. Now it tells you to take your paper and go all the way around and turn it this way. And I will show you that. So we did that one. Now it says 120 clockwise. So you also got to switch this. So this is A, so you just did A, so now we're going to go to B. And this tip here I like to put at the 8. Okay, so I just flipped it over, and now we went 120 degrees this way. So if you just remember to line up your folded edge along this side, you should be good. Okay, so now we're going to take our scoring tool once again, starting at the tip here, and go down. Now, remember, this is only 1 inch, so we're going to go off of this guide and bring it out. There's 1 inch here, and then we're going to go another 1/2 inch. So we're going to take it down right there. Okay, so that's it for that side. Now we're going to do our scoring on this side. So this is another 1.5. Go down, and then here's another 1.5. Go down again, and then there's another 1.5. So you go from 7 to 8, and then 1/2. So now your paper has all these triangles on them. Okay, and that's what you want. So we're all done with scoring. So let's move this out of the way. And now that we have this, let me see if I can bring it in a little bit more. Okay. All right. So now in the book, depending on which shape that you wanted, which we were going with this one here, the 6-inch paper and 1.5 inches in space. So we're going to take this and we're going to draw this shape onto our sheet. So what I like to do is I like to look at the way they have the paper set. So it looks like they got the paper set up where these half ones here are at the top. So that's how we're going to set our paper down. So there's that. And then we're going to draw this shape. Now this is the part where it can get a little intimidating, but if you look at the photo, okay, and start off with the more simple shapes, you will get this. I got it, and it, it ended up being really fun. So anyways, let's get started with this drawing here. So I am going to draw this shape. So if you look at the paper, and you can see where it starts. So it starts right at the tip here. So that's where we're going to start. It's kind of hard to show this, but anyways, we're going to start from here, and it says to draw the line down. So you just follow the line, okay? We're going to draw the line down, and then this one says to go up partially because you're going to make a tab. These like little sections are tabs. Okay. Make that a little straighter. It doesn't have to be straight because you're going to cut this, okay? So once you drew that part, now we're going to go down this way. And then it says to make a tab here. Going across, making a tab. We're going to go up. And we're going to go down this triangle here. Make another tab. Okay. And then we're going to go up. And then make another tab. So, let me go back out again. So as you can see, I copied what it said here. In the middle one right here. And that's what you got. Okay. Now you're going to take your scissors and not follow your lines because your lines may not be straight. So you're going to follow the score lines that are there. So you can start anywhere. Okay. Remember, follow your score lines and not your lines, okay? Because you want it to be straight. Okay. So, this tutorial is kind of difficult to I don't know. I normally don't do a lot of tutorials, so I'm sorry if, this doesn't explain, or I'm not able to show you, a good view on it. But once you get it going, as far as drawing the lines in, that is the most complicated part because you're trying to follow a pattern, okay? But the best way to follow the pattern is to look at the paper the way it's placed in the direction so that your paper is faced the same way and you have the same starting point. That way you can make sure that when you start to draw your lines, that it will come out the same and the correct way. Okay. So now I have my shape cut out. Now I didn't follow the lines. Like I said, you got to follow your score lines. Then you're going to go ahead and fold, crease all of these folds. That's a tab. And then you just want to fold all these lines, okay? Get them real creased because you're going to fold and glue this together. Okay. Now as you can see, there's a little bit over. I don't know what happened there, but to make sure that that is correct, what I do is I just fold it over and cut off any excess if there is some. Okay, so just continue to fold. And when you fold, you can see that the triangles line up. You want to make sure that they do, okay, so that your shape comes out. It doesn't come out all wonky. Okay, last one. So now I have all my folds creased and ready to go. So now you're going to go ahead and glue your tabs. There's really no specific way to glue this. You just, it's going to just come together. You just take one tab and move on to the next one. So let's glue this. And what I do is you just need glue right at the top part. You don't need to do the whole tab because that's the only part that's really going to matter when you glue it together is that top part where they meet. So just take your glue and put it on there. Okay. Now you can take the next one and glue the next one. Just go around And also, if you're going to put some string in it, you want to do that string before you start gluing it together, okay? So what I did is I laid my string down inside, and then I just put a little piece of Scotch tape to make sure that the string didn't move. So you want to come out one end and out the other, and that's how you would make the garland, okay? So now let's glue this side. And then we'll glue this side because this is both going to go in and close up. So you're going to go ahead and stick that inside. Yep. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you're just going to hold it there. Glue that shut. Now, all of these shapes can be made with a 6x6, which is nice. You know, there's only one shape, which is this one here, that you're going to need. The smallest paper is an 8-inch. Okay, so, and that was this shape here. But you can go smaller on some of these shapes, like the more simple shapes like this. You can go smaller. So I tried a 4-inch square 4x4 instead of a 6x6, and it works. And then you're going to take it and do it 1-inch score lines instead of 1.5. So there we go. There's that shape. So it seems a little intimidating at first, but it really isn't. Once you get on a roll, you will be able to make these shapes in no time, and make really pretty garland or little, just all kinds of different things, table scatter. So, I mean, $3.99 for this item is not a bad price. If you end up, getting frustrated and you don't want to do it, you could always return it or keep it and put it away, and maybe at a later date you'll have more patience to do it and bring it back out, because $3.99 is not bad, so to give it a shot. And hopefully you guys do give it a shot and don't give up, because it's really nice, and I really enjoyed it. So I think they would make great party decorations. But there's the number 1930028 if you are looking for this item. I think it's worth the money, just to give it a try. And then later on, if you decide that you no longer want to do it or you want to return it, no hassle, return it and get something else. But that is it, guys. I hope that I explained that all right. I mean, it's really self-explanatory, in the directions here, but I did want to show you online. And Kathy, I hope that really helps you out and you decide to go ahead and give it a try, because it is really easy once you get it going. Okay, guys, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate you guys. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.